Quarantine, self-isolate, social distancing. These are all words that we had heard but had not experienced. These are all words that have shown us a side of humanity that, for many, has brought a collective sense of trauma, grief, loss, panic over livelihood, and loss of loved ones. For a few, they believe it is the end of days as we know it. Know this: everyone at some point will experience grief, failures, a feeling of uncertainty, and want to accept defeat. All of these are natural processes. These processes shape us to either be better or be worse. Life will always deal a blow at you at some point. And you know what? Life never tells us why. The why is always up to us to figure out. Why is the world facing a pandemic now? Why is life have a dramatic change that we are not used to? Why do you feel so drained and wish to give up? Why? While you may not have the answers to all these questions, how you react is all that will matter. Lou Holtz said, "Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you respond to it." How are you going to respond to what we see around us during these times? How? You have to understand that the world will survive. Civilization will survive. The world may change, but if you think about it, the world has always been changing. The way you ordered for food 10 years ago is different from the way you do now. Yesterday we had gas-driven cars. Today we have electric-driven cars. The world will always keep changing, either for the good or the bad. What matters is how you react to these changes. I know people are trying to survive poverty, fear, past traumas being re-triggered, and mental health difficulties. But I want to encourage you, don't give up. Don't quit, and don't give up on hope. Do not give the enemy a chance to win. The enemy of failure, sadness, defeat, and depression. Don't let the enemy win. If you are thinking of quitting and throwing in the towel, I encourage you, don't. I know you're in this storm and you're down on your knees and you're cold and you're weak. Know that you have a choice to either give up or keep going. It is up to you, because no one can say what you get to be. Stay focused. The world is going through uncharted waters, I know, but do not let these times rewrite your stars. Only you have the power to do that. Fight through these times. It's hard, but live, love, and laugh. It's worth believing. It's worth mustering yourself up. Standing up inside yourself. It's worth fighting relentlessly, never giving up. We all love the sun, but remember that things don't grow because of the sun only. You have to have some rain. You have to stop looking at rain in your life as something terrible. The greatest moments come from the greatest defeats. Ralph Ellison said, "Life is to be lived, not controlled, and humanity is won by continuing to play in the face of certain defeat." Before now, a large part of humanity had lost itself in our pursuit of greed and self-satisfaction. We had torn apart the fabric of humanity, and we had replaced it with selfishness and greed. We had forgotten how to love. We had created our own hell here on earth, and we had made it difficult for people to live happy lives. But today, we see the beauty in humanity. We see how the average food vendor is giving free food to the most vulnerable right now, those who find it difficult to feed. Today we see the young help the old run errands and keep them safe because they are the most vulnerable. Today we see the nurses, paramedics, doctors, police, and many more. Today we see love. Take a look around you. friends, family, neighbours gathering to celebrate one thing: hope. The hope of a brighter tomorrow. The hope that out of this pandemic we will raise a world of togetherness. One where we all know that we are all our brothers and sisters keepers, and we need each other to survive. So hang in there, this too shall pass. Light your candle and let it burn as you illuminate your path and the path of others. In the words of Jasmine Whitmore, at the end of the day, all you need is hope and strength. Hope that it will get better and strength to hold on until it does. It is going to be beautiful on the other side.